isn't that data being sold into, let's say, a company that's making the next humanoid robot, which will sit down there and, then start suing, maybe start, with all the handicrafts that that particular labor is out there to do? What's the economist's stake here?
So, first of all, I think it's a very complex question, but there are few points I want to raise on both sides,
Hmm, hmm.
which are very critical. The first one is about the ethical use of data from people, right?
Yeah.
As economists, we also go and talk to people. We take, interviews, we take, information and data from people, right, in order to analyze that. And we say, okay, what is it that you feel about this choice, or what is it that you feel about that choice, so these, and that goes into consumer research, that goes into academic research. But in all of those surveys, people are compensated for their time and for the information that they are sharing with us.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
I feel like in this kind of research, the first question really becomes that these people who are wearing these recording devices, whose data is being sold,
Yeah.
are they being compensated for the data, their personal data, which they are selling without signing
You're
any sort
absolutely
of
right, Mitali. I'd
documents?
just like to put it on record. From what we understood and got, it was about 250 rupees to 350 rupees, which in any case is a real, low margin here.
Exactly. So, the fact is that the people probably do not understand how valuable
Hmm.
this data is, because of course they may not be aware of these companies, and at the end of the day, that's the point of exploitation, right? The fact that the persons who are providing this data, of course it's valuable, and the research is valuable. There's no problem with that, but you have to then pay the market price for that data and make people aware that, look, your research, your data is very valuable, and we're willing to pay you X amount for that. There's a reason people are coming here. It's because the laws around this are weak, and the people and the protection of people on this is weak. Now, on the other side, on the side of, where industry is, where logistics sector is, I myself work in the logistics sector. We've seen
Yeah.
dark factories across China, right? And we've seen that China has managed to create jobs, despite the fact that, even manufacturing, which is a growth engine for it, it's still operating dark factories, right? There is no person there. So there's no reason to hang on to antiquated old jobs and say that, let's not bring automation when more efficiency is available. Market
Hmm,
forces
hmm,
will
hmm.
always come forward, and market forces will always take those jobs away. They will be automated. But what we need to think as a society, as a country,
Yeah.
as an economist, my worry is that is the government and industry. See, in this case, industry can't wipe its hands off and say they should be retrained en masse, and they should be retrained en masse, but then there will be funds required for that, and
Yeah.
industry, new as well as old, needs to contribute those
That's
funds
an uphill
for
battle.
that retraining.
That's a mammoth of a task.